some lunch and a cup of tea. I tell you what, forestry work when you haven't got a chainsaw is hard work, but I would prefer doing all of it by hand because chainsaws scare the living daylights out of me. Oh, I can't tell you how nice it is to have a plot, you know, be allowed to stay here. I mean, there's no reason why, you know, he wouldn't let us stay on this little plot of land, I guess. So yeah, gas smells a little bit funny. Yeah, so I haven't really shown you around my camper what we used to stay in. Ignore all the sealant that's been painted over and looks a bit ropey. We only just got in there the other day to actually reseal everything. Repaint everything. So it looks a bit ropey right now, but painting is not too bad. But again, I'm going to go over the with the sealant again. So this is a little cooking area. You see that? And then under these little flip bits, we've got these like stay down sort of, what do you call it, flaps that we put all our sort of cookware in, as you can see. And this side here is, sorry, this is going to be ropey. The other side there is where the gas bottle is kept, with a vent going down to the floor, and it's all got this sort of rubber seal going around that needs sort of replacing. That's the cook area. Above, got a little vent that is replaced actually because the fan had finally given up after a few years. Here we have got a fridge underneath here that's on at the moment. I'm going to get one of those little gas rams for this because that was a pain in the arse, but it's loaded up with a bit of food for while I'm here, and that is obviously vented to the outside as well. Here we've got a little drawer with a cutting mat in it, but that would normally have cutlery in it, and then this top bit, if you can see that, sort of flaps down, so that's a table. We can get our knees underneath here and sit opposite each other. But here we got a bed, obviously, and that just goes away quite nicely, do you know what I mean? So, you know, it cuts down on the space. Here is the bed, obviously it's getting washed at the moment, and sorry, this is a bit impromptu, guys. So bed, basically we had storage for our other storage boxes, and we got some sort of baffled bits there either side. But I'm going to get some gas rams for this as well to sort of aid it going up and down. We've got down here, sorry, it's hard doing this, and I'm going to switch it to the other camera. Right, down here is all the electrics. There's a pure sine inverter there, and we've also got, hang on, a battery box with some 6-volt golf cart batteries in there, which are a true deep cycle, connected in series, and that is again vented to the outside because obviously this vents hydrogen when they're charging. Okay, we've also got, what do you call it, solar charge controller. I'm going to upgrade to an MPPT at some point, but I mean this is was working smashingly well, and don't forget we were in Ibiza, so we weren't too concerned about, you know, sun. There was so much of it. We've got a kill switch going to the outside of the box which kills everything including the solar, but yeah, there's a nice pure sine inverter there, something 1600 watt, which did us for everything. Okay, just installed the other day. Oh yeah, this is our dog lead attachment point, so when he, do you know what I mean, he could be in and out of the van when he wanted to. Oh yeah, that inverter inside there is connected to a power switch, and we've also got a 12-volt USB that just a normal 12-volt socket there that I just installed the other day. I also made this the other day, which I'm quite happy with. We used to have the what do you call it, voltmeter down here, and we also used the voltmeter there, and then we used to have a USB charger here, which was always interfering with when we were lifting up the bed. So what I did, and also the light was driving us nuts at night. We were putting a bit of tape over it and it was getting all gacky. So what I've done is I've moved it now, and it turns off at night. And I've also made this nice little panel the refresh rate on that is just ropey, so you can't really see that well. But basically, this is a solid light, you're just not seeing it on the camera. This is a temperature gauge that I've again put on a switch so we can turn it off at night, and also that is a clock which you can again turn off at night, so with a memory, yeah, we can get some sleep. And I've put all the USBs up here, so there's 2 sets of USB, so me and my missus can charge our phones, and also 12 volts, so we can put some sort of fairy lights and whatever, you know, a fan in the back if we wanted to. These 2 plug sockets go to the outside, which is obviously, I'll show you now. Oh yeah, little porthole window. I'm going for the nautical theme. Hook up outside, so when we were connected at a campsite, that needs a good old clean. Connected to a campsite, we could have power on the inside. We don't actually have it connected to any sort of battery charger as of yet, but I've got a space there for that, which is probably going to go in the back. But we have got, it's connected to a, what do you call it, an RCD unit, so we're safe at campsites and all the rest of it, and that's all earthed to the chassis, I believe. I hope that's right. This is just some tar that, when I was using this as a work van, it's all leached off, which is annoying. And we've left, you know, a bit to, you know, we were putting our chairs down here, sliding the chairs. But yeah, this is probably where the battery charger will go eventually. What else? We didn't really want to put a ladder on the back, so I found these, they look like dice, but basically they're little clip down thingies so we can get up onto the roof rack, and they worked surprisingly well. Obviously you just got to make sure you're on them fully before you climb down, and they're not just bolted to the back. I've got like a steel plate on the inside, so they were sort of, yeah, safe. Lighting system, just some 12 volt bathroom lights. You don't need any expensive motorhome lights, guys, because most of these LED bulbs nowadays, they need a transformer and they're 12 volts, so they will work perfectly on a car system. This also needs a clean, but it's a solar boat vent that charges during the day and comes on at night when we want it to. And obviously we've got vents, more vents, some, you know, panels and all the rest of it. But yeah, it really did work well. Oh yeah, sorry, this is where we kept our water, and there's a little cut out there so we can tip it down to pour it. This is where we kept our washing up stuff. This is where we kept our dog's bowl. Oh yeah, and at the bottom of this cabinet, this has got like a little hidey hole which we kept all the extras and games and whatever. What else? Seen that? Oh yeah, and also this is tied into the chassis. That big box you can see there lifts up on some gas rams, and although it is a nice seat, it was also kept all my work tools in there, so they were safe, you know, weren't going to get stolen unless the car was stolen. Panels, we had 200 watt panels, which worked pretty damn well actually. And you can't really, I mean, you don't really notice that they're there on the rack, you know, from afar. You can't really tell it's there. That's where I had my little bump. Not my fault, I swear. We had our what's done the other day, our injector seals, because they were leaking. And I got charged the earth for, but not too bad, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. And I guess that is about the update, guys. But that is where we used to live. Obviously, when the fair starts, we're gonna be staying in it as well. So I will update you then when it's all got all, you know, all been girlified. When my wife gets in here, you know, we're gonna have a curtain here and all sorts, like a mozzie net that drops down and lighting and stuff. So it's gonna look all pretty. So yeah, so hope you enjoyed the little tour, guys, and that is about it for me. Thanks.